everyone, welcome to this week's segment where on this topic where we'll be talking about suicide. It's a difficult topic for a lot of us to think about, and it's sort of related to the previous topic that we had last week as well, which was the fear of death, thanatophobia. So these two are a bit interlinked, and we want to go a bit deeper into suicide and what do the terms around suicide, what are the terms around suicide, what are the stigma associated with it. And we'll be covering a bit more and maybe share some personal stories that we have on this topic. So Ilakkiya, are you ready?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, so okay, let's start. So the first question for this week's topic is, what do these terms mean to you? You could pick any one of these terms, or you could go for all three. Suicide ideation, suicidal thoughts, and self-harm.
Okay, so suicidal ideation and suicidal thoughts to me are the same thing. So it's the process of having ideas or thoughts about suicide. It can be fleeting thoughts, like they're just ideas. They pop up in your head as frequently as any other thought might pop up. And it can generally temporary, but it can happen over and over again, possibly. So it's thinking, I don't want to be here. I'd like to die. What would happen if I killed myself? It's just like thinking about different aspects of suicide is suicidal ideation. So it is a risk factor. I would say that is what leads up to actually completing suicide. So it's definitely something not to ignore, but it is a common experience that people have, whether you're not actually considering to complete suicide or you are considering to complete suicide. It is very possible that people have thoughts about suicide. Sometimes it's more detailed or persistent. So that's that. And then self-harm is the act of causing bodily harm to yourself. And someone like an example would be cutting yourself or starving yourself. There are things that you do to harm your well-being. That is self-harm. And a minor distinction within that is there's non-suicidal self-injury, and then there's self-harm. So self-harm could be more along the lines of intent to kill or hurt yourself. But non-suicidal self-harm it's not along the lines of suicidal ideation or completing suicide, but it is harm that you do to yourself. So think of other eating disorders or people who might pull on their hair or bite themselves, or just like injury that you can cause to yourself, but it's not with the intent of ending your life.
Okay. Wait, so what was the first term that you said? Non-suicide, what was that called? Like the eating disorders, what does it fall under? I missed the term.
Eating disorders don't fall under this. I'm just saying like what might come out of it could be classified as this non-suicidal self-injury. Okay. So not for suicide, but you are causing injury to yourself.
Interesting distinction. I haven't really heard that before, but I think it's a useful term because you don't want to group everything under one umbrella. Yeah, to me, the suicidal thoughts, ideation, I think it's fair to say that people go through those emotions and feelings, like you said, at some point in their lives, right? So it's not like they're immune to these thoughts. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of visuals or sounds or to what range or what degree that people experience. For some people it might be no visuals and it could just be the thought and accompanied with nothing. But let's say if someone's having a thought of suicide accompanied with visuals of them going through that act, that's a much more scary prospect. And it might I don't know, prevent them from doing it, actually motivate them to do it. So it really depends on the person on how these thoughts emerge and what actually happens when people have those thoughts and to what degrees they differ. So it highly depends on the person's imagination and what kind of willpower they have to curb those thoughts and from actually acting upon it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we go in this on this topic.
Yep. And along those lines, we can then talk about, what are some of the stigmas that make people either feel the need to hide their intention or what experiences they have with these suicidal ideations. So what do you think about talking about this in the next video?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
See you then.
Oh, you're still here? Well, thanks for getting to the end of the video. Hey, while you're still here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get new updates when we post videos. Also, make sure to check out these equally exciting videos as well. Have you pressed it yet? Come on, you have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, press it now.